Okay, number 12. Yeah, heading towards Spooky Canyon. There's a cairn right there. I see the next one right there. And then the one after that right there. So all you're doing is you're just following this series of stacked rocks. Now don't do what Jason did when we were in Moab. He had no idea what these things were. And there was one that was on top of a, I don't know, it was kind of a, it was slick rock like this stuff right here. And he and I were walking from one arch to another. And he went up and kicked it over. Now, he didn't know what he was doing. It ain't a big deal to rebuild it. I mean, that's, it's all, Park Service or volunteers came out and marked the trails by stacking these rocks anyway. But, Jason kicked it. And I said, dude, that was there for a reason. I explained to him. It's no big deal. So, but this is Jason being Jason. So there's that one there. I see the next one right up here. And similar to cave diving, you didn't just go swimming around in a cave without having any idea where you're at. So there was always a line. It was like a cable, a rope that had been put down by the previous explorers in the cave. And they would map it out. And the lines had different colors. Whether the gold line was the main line. That was the one that came out of the cavern and actually went back into the cave. And then that was the main cable. That was the main line, the gold line. And every once in a while you'd have lines that would run off to the side caves. Well, if you wanted to investigate or go looking through a side cave and there was no rope or line or cable that was coming off that main line that went to the side cave, you carried with you 3 or 4 spools of rope called jumper cables, and you would tie into the main line, and as you swam off into the side cavern or cave, you would spool that out behind you, so you knew, you were connected to the main line as you were spooling yourself out. And these spools would be, you could give them in different lengths, 50 to 100 feet, and you carried a series of them with you. And you never went off the main line without connecting yourself to it. Even you could come off that main line for 5 feet and get disoriented and think that you're turning around to go back to the main line, and actually wind up going back into a situation that you were just kind of floating around freely. And that's how people get lost in those caves. So you were always connected to something, main line or a jumper. Yeah, and then when you would come back out of that side cavern or side cave, you would reel in your jump cable. The main lines were permanent. The gold lines were permanent. So those were staked into the cave. And yeah, it's kind of an eerie feeling to be somewhere like that and then realize that you're not really sure where you are because you're too lazy to tie into a main line with the jump line. So these series of cairns here is kind of similar, where here's a guide. And if you ever find yourself in a situation where you can't see a cairn or you can't see the trail, you need to backtrack to your last known point. All right, this is coming up on Spooky Canyon right now. Again, I'm running short on battery. So, Spooky Canyon, if there's anything cool about this, I'll catch it on video. If not, then once we're done with Spooky, we're gonna go to Brimstone Gulch. And then from Brimstone, we'll take the rim trail back to the trailhead. Okay, so this is, I think, what I say, video 12. There may or may not be a video 13. If there's anything cool, I'll make sure to video it.